The UK was rocked by the events that took place in Plymouth on the 12th of August 2021. The police and emergency services are called out following reports of an active gunman in the area. PC Zach Printer, a former firearms officer, and PS Graham Temple, unarmed roads policing officers in the area, are flagged down by members of the public and spot an injured woman lying on the floor who has been shot by the offender.
She was being cradled by a member of the public. I went to the casualty and my colleague went to the rear of the car to get the first aid kit out.
We had the victim we were dealing with, and there was obviously multiple victims down at Biddick Drive.
I started talking to Kate and I said, Kate, the police are here. I'm Zach and we're going to look after you.
And then we carried on, literally just cutting the clothes up, getting the defib on, and about ready to start that process of CPR and for initiating first aid. But before we even had a chance, we heard some screaming.
He's back, he's got a gun. Just looked to my left and I saw a heavily built male carrying a shotgun. And my first instincts were, I've got to protect the public. I've got to protect my colleagues.
And Zach literally just said, stop, shouted out to him, started to step up. Well, he got up, started to walk towards. My initial action was, we can't let him go towards by himself. So I walked up beside him. We were then approaching him and we just made eye contact with the gunman.
I had therefore become the focus of his attention. So he was eyes on me and no one else. The weapon, which was laid at the gunman's feet, which turned out to be a 12 gauge pump action shotgun. And I later found out that it was a 3 cartridge weapon and he had 2 left in it.
I could only describe it arriving, it was just automatic. You know, we'd had training, we just went into sort of, you know, our mode and just cracked on and did what we needed to do. And I can only describe coming to the other side afterwards as like stepping into a tumble dryer or a spin dryer and just being spat out the other side of it. Just time stood still. It was the only way I can describe it.
There were a number of casualties that other officers went and tended to and witnessed some horrendous scenes and had to deal with horrendous injuries. It would be remiss of me if I didn't pay tribute to them, because although I'm sat here talking to you, my colleagues were just as much as part of this incident as I was.
People say, well, you know, what happened today? I said, well, where do you want to start? It was just, you know, a day of a number of things that we did. It just wasn't one thing. We did a number of things that day that just, I can't believe in myself. I look back and, you know, how did we manage to do that? People or officers did extraordinary things on an exceptional day that they will never do again and hopefully never have to.
Our duty is to protect the public as best we can, and officers up and down the country are doing that every day, and it's an instinct